Welcome to Mana's Potion. My name is Mitchell, but you may call me Mana. Welcome back to Disgaea Nuzlocke. Last time, pretty much everybody died. Not everybody, just pretty much everybody. This time, we've got Jerry. Hopefully Jerry can last about as long as Zeke, if not longer, because otherwise I'm going to be up Shit's Creek without a paddle. One of the things I should be doing first and foremost, I've got 2,651 hell. I've got some items I should look into selling. Right. Something that's going to be happening here is I'm going to be looking at also... Oh, right, I kept that item because it was the highest tier bow I had acquired. Unfortunately, I'm going to sell that. We'll keep that because it's the highest level staff. Honestly, unless I can guarantee I have better equipment later down the line as I get more characters, I should also be keeping track of that stuff. Store, because those all have bonuses on them. Store, even though I ended up not really requiring it. Store. Okay, right. So obviously this episode we're going to be doing a little bit of preparation. That's the way to put it. So, sell the Rock Fist, Common Bow, and Light Staff. I'm not going to look in the store yet. One of the things I should be doing is seeing about getting more expensive stuff. So for that, because I think... Hold on, I can at least peek at the item rank. Product rank 1. Okay. Well... I'm actually thinking that for this in-game episode, because we're on episode 3 as far as the game is concerned, though really I could just call that chapter 3, I'm not going to increase the rank of products. I'm already in a very, not great spot. So, what this ultimately means is I'm going to have to work around my shortcomings here. So with that out of the way, do I buy items now is the question. I've only got a budget of 2,754 hell. Well, I guess firstly I can show this off. So we're supposed to go to, I think last time, Harl said we should go to Hogmiser's place. Well, here's the thing about that. I have located the richest demon in the vicinity, but due to a barrier, I cannot open a gate there. Okay, he didn't say Hogmiser. Spoiler, sorry. So, what can we do? You need a key. A key? Yes, in order to open a closed gate, you must fulfill a specific condition. Though specified would have worked. The condition for this gate is that you must be equipped with an item that is level 10 or higher. The prince has to equip it? This gate key stuff is pretty picky. You must enter the item world in order to level up an item. Let me warn you that the item world for a highly ranked item has many strong enemies. My advice is to start with a common sword to avoid getting in over your head. Please be careful, Prince. And we received Mr. Gensi's exit. Tutorial Mr. Gensi's exit. By using this item, you can return to the Overlord's castle from the item world. In addition, you can return to where you left off at a later date. That's, up to this point, I've had item world access basically since the end of episode 1. I mean, shit, even midway through it. Welcome to the item world. I think I actually went in here at one point to just briefly show it off, because I think the first time you interact with her, when it's available, she'll explain it to you briefly. It's been a little bit, so I apologize for my forgetting. But, I didn't go in there because it's a gauntlet without one of these. Mr. Gensi's exit is a failsafe. It is literally the item you want to take with you if you go into the item world, because you can use it, as was previously stated by the tutorial, to get the hell out. Because otherwise you have to clear 10 floors, which is 10 levels, in the item world in order to get a chance to get out. And with that in mind, if I did that earlier, there's no telling how much trouble I could have gotten into if I wasn't readily prepared. because it's one of the procedurally generated aspects of this game. Much like how all these items have various stats and stuff, going into the item world is a risk in and of itself, because shit's procedurally generated. And because stuff is generally procedurally generated. Did I say just generally procedurated? I think I did. That's not even a term. Like, enemies will be within a level range, but there's also a ton of enemies. Geo symbols are randomized, and, like, geo panels and where they are randomized, as well as just generally the map layout. However, with all of that risk comes a lot of reward. And plus, this is where you can start getting these. And, like, finally being able to interact with them. So, obviously, the conundrum is... Well, no, this is hardly even a conundrum. I should get items before I go in there, because I'm lacking in healing items. And now those are required since I don't have a healer. So, let's start with Peter over here. Alright. First time shopping for the episode. Check it off on your bingo tiles. Already... Part of me is tempted, sincerely tempted, to buy, like, a leather jacket and put it on Kyle just to bump that defense up. I'm definitely going to buy the mint gum, candy. Cotton candy's a really potent full heal. I definitely want the garlic water. This one has broker. I wouldn't lose any sleep if I used that one. We're also going to require Fairy Dust. That one has Arms Master. I wouldn't just fret over losing it. Still no use for Stealing Hands, though I will say, if you do have a rogue in your party at this point and you're going to start going into the item world, take some of these with you. For the love of all that is holy, please take some of these with you and have your rogue at the ready. You can steal stuff, and, like, a lot of it's good. I don't know if I want any armor is the big problem. I know I have another fancy lid in my inventory somewhere. What I should be on the lookout for are bonuses. The garlic water and the yam starch both have a bonus on them. This one has... Yes, please. And that one, again, had broker. I think I'd sooner use it than actually get broker off of it, so I'll take it. None of the other things have anything on them. Not able to buy that chainmail. I don't want to spend the rest of my money on leather jackets. As far as these fancy lids are concerned, none of them really interest me. What do you have geared? You have a fancy lid on. And you have the Imperial Seal to boost the rest of your stats. Okay. Customer rank up! Swell! Good, I can go up to level 3 when going through that stuff. Weapon shop! First time. So, I do recommend, for first time going into the item world, if you are not sure of, like, the power capability, especially if you're running a Nuzlocke, buy something that costs less than 100 hell, and go into that. All the enemies will start off at, like, level 1. You're not going to run into anything too terribly tough as you go deeper in, because anything that's, like, 500 hell price range probably starts off at, like, level 3 and then ends at, like, level 6. And anything more than that, it starts to get worse and worse and worse. Though I'm mostly here to see if I can purchase any upgrades, which there is no way in the 7 hells I can afford an axe here. No way I can afford any of those. And I think the bronze sword is the upgrade for me. Yes, it is an upgrade for Kyle. Is there an upgrade available? There's a poison needle. Crab pincer. Crab pincer's worse than shocking grasp. Okay then. So I think I'll pick up the bronze sword. That one should be a no-brainer. Hit goes down a little bit because it doesn't have that hit. But what matters to me is that strength going up. And now I have very limited funding. I'll go bonus hunting. It's got broker. Not quite as necessary, but I like having that. That has Arms Master. Also not necessary, but I like having it. That... Oh, why do you gotta be like this? The crab pincer also has broker. We're not gonna spend 200 hell for that. Okay. I'll buy the Dolphin EX. for later. Now, you might be thinking, because I don't recall if I explained this the first time, I can sell that sword breaker. That's no longer useful to me. Store, actually, I'll go into that rock fist. You might be thinking, based on the items that I have acquired... right, we're storing that one. No way in hell am I going to use that. And say something along the lines of, Mana, I've been painstakingly keeping track of all the statisticians that you've gathered up to this point, and the sum of which is something like 65, so you'd only be getting 165% EXP if you did decide to painstakingly grind and get all statisticians. That doesn't seem very worth it to me. And I say to you, you would be right if it weren't for the fact that once you tame, well, I should say, suppress the citizen in an item, the influence that they have on the stat that they represent doubles. So this would become 14 once you get it. So that 65 that somebody painstakingly tracked across videos from all the statisticians I grabbed is actually 130. So that's 230% EXP on an item that I would stick that to. Which makes it sound a lot more worth it, doesn't it? That's why I've been so gung-ho about acquiring as much statistician as I can. I mean, technically nothing happened, but, you know, if I die, well, this save would be rather fruitless, wouldn't it? So I'm about as ready as I'm literally ever going to be. But yeah, see, if I were to go into the Swordbreaker, which is the tier 2 weapon, people start at level 2, go into this, they start level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 2, level 3, because it's a tier 3 item, and Genshi's exits are level 2. There are some items that you should be careful of, because even though that they're inexpensive, like the Stealing Hands, they're deceptive. They are, incredibly deceptive. They start at like level 30 or something. There is a reason for that, but they're tough. There was a part of me that wanted to implement a rule that if you grind into the item world, no matter what, deaths don't count, but that's too safe for a Nuzlocke. And besides, of all the places where death should matter, it should be inside the item world. Alright, so we're going in with a level 10 and a level 1. I think the level 1's going to have it rough, but I don't want to spend the time to grind them now. This laziness is going to be the death of me, I swear. But, if everything's starting at level 1, it shouldn't be too rough. Right? Right. Of course. Right. So, I got a lot to explain. I already explained that going into these places is procedurally generated, as you can see by the literal clusterfuck that are the geosymbols. Or geopanels, rather. You can always press Y to check what all the geopanels are doing. You can also go into character, see what geosymbols are available. We only have the one, it's clear. And it is ally damage 20%. Not fun. It would take forever if I explained literally everything on these floors. So just keep in mind, the enemies you're going to run into are randomized. Their gear is randomized, whether or not they're... Sometimes they even have randomized spells. Generally that happens on later, like, items and later levels. But, like, this is not a strategy that I would personally do. I have a friend that has totally done it for Disgaea 2, and it works well for them. Totally not me. Totally didn't take that suggestion from my friend. But they have a paw glove, and they have a fancy lid. No weapon. Kind of makes them not so... But there you go. Star is not a spell that a blue skull would normally have. Randomized magic. With that, though, Jerry's defense is 40, and Jerry should be getting some training. Actually, I would imagine Jerry can really lay into this guy. Don't stand there. I don't want to lose a fifth of my health. Oh, easy. So, as you'd imagine, grinding in this place is not really easy. It's a lot of turns, a lot of positioning, and a lot of just general finaggery. Oh, you were... Okay, Jerry could one-on-one you. That's the only way I can get to you right now. Ugh, goodness, I have to reconsider, like, a whole bunch of things now. Oh, wait. Jerry! Go punch her. Nice! Fuck! Okay, that's not something I'm familiar with. So you notice that, like, when I first got to this floor, it jumped over to that AI character and said, check. That was the statistician resident. And I completely neglected to remember that if you clear all enemies before you clear the resident that is living on the item that provides the stat benefit on the item, the stage is cleared. Because they're not technically considered a hostile. But you have to defeat them if you want to basically, quote, tame them for your item. So you get double their stat benefit. So for right now, they're not tamed. I don't have Statisticians 14, I still have Statisticians 7. But I do have to get over there and find them again at some point. Now you may know, and look at this and say, well, how the hell are you supposed to clear all the enemies on this floor? Well, you don't, especially with my current situation. But also, there's always these exit tiles that you can take advantage of. This is the only place where something like this exists. You just hop on in and off you trot. That's really all there is to explain about exit tiles. You have counter, don't you? You do. I actually think this is the first time we've encountered the pumpkin enemy type. So, for the next roll, I guess there's going to be a new type that I can get on and appear. Because there's a chance you won't kill. Execute. Jesus, what am I even worried about? Jerry's doing phenomenally. And I kind of require him to, because otherwise I'm in trouble. Though I could have, like, the 10-year-old playing Pokemon experience, where leveling up exclusively one character will do me wonders. That was a nick. Oh, shit! I did not pay attention to that. Ooh. Excuse me. There is so much to talk about. Obviously, you can figure out what silence does. Clone is interesting. And is probably the prime reason why going into the item world is dangerous. So, Gandalf got cloned. Where is Gandalf sitting? Gandalf is sitting right here. Gandalf's sitting on a clone tile. Every turn, one character, chosen at random, sitting on clone, gets clone on a randomly selected green tile. As you'd imagine, this would be a pretty efficient way to grind. Oh, that's why you did so much damage on a Nick. Holy fuck! This is also why item worlds are dangerous. I got off track. But it's also a really dangerous thing, because if one of your characters stands on it, you don't get another one of your characters to control. The character that gets cloned turns hostile and has all the same equipment. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Part of me's tempted. No, none of those are doubled up. Although, red has silence. Alright, what I'm doing right now is I'm racking my brain to see if I could just totally do something a little crazy. That's enemy boost times 3. Where? You can always check where a geosymbol is located by doing this. Silence. Okay, there's silence, and it's a clear. No matter what, because the positioning of the other geo symbols, I would not be able to get a full geo panel clear. So, let's throw that out the window. But if I did win, I'd get a dried worm. Damn it. Okay. I think I have to be here if I want to use Blade Rush, which is... Oh, I have Wind Cutter. It's like Blade Rush, but ranged. It's also really expensive, so I'm going to refrain from using it. If you couldn't tell, these floors are mostly a battle of attrition. He has a dimensional cape. God, it makes me wish I had a rogue. Alright, execute. Yeah, I do not trust Jerry taking him on. He has a counter of 1. Jerry only has 44 defense versus that 108 attack. This one should go better if it'll not take a little bit longer. Although Jerry can stand there. And... Go ahead and defend since you don't have counter, and enter. Go at it! Oh, that's another one of Gandalf. I mean, I could just technically jump into the exit right now, but where's the fun in that? I mean, there's the prolong the length of the series fun, so I guess I should be doing that. But where's the fun in that? Okay, Jerry. Maybe consider beating him in a turn, maybe two? I mean, thankfully weapons don't have durability in this game. But, like, I can only keep killing these guys for so long, because they are not worth a lot of EXP. No. He wants to be done, apparently. Or not. I can stand here temporarily, because I'm not standing here until the end of turn. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Now we'll leave. As you can see, we skipped the bonus screen because we didn't kill everybody. Could we? No. We could not kill everybody here again. This one for a little bit of a different reason. We don't have enough characters. Technically I do, but for Nuzlocke purposes, no I don't. Also, Jerry's not able to lift anybody, so even if I did, I'd kind of strand the little guy over there. Plus, I don't think I want to strand him with a monk. As for this cluster truck versus Rand, Saratoga, Rubashka, Lynn, Karen, Scarlet, who has blue hair, and Clove. Also, there's 2 types of ally damage. That's fun. So don't stand on those. Alright, I gotta get the gears turning real quick. So if I were to blow this up, it'd blow up a green, which would then turn all blue into green. That does nothing for me. Except I'm not able to reach over there. Plus it would do a lot of damage anyway. Okay, never mind. I do... Something I should check. Something I absolutely should check is make sure nobody has something that, like, increases their stats to an absurd amount. Okay, we are okay. There is no safe place to engage that zombie, so I'd rather... Okay, engage here. When Jerry comes out, engages here. That should work out. Oh! Beautiful bastard, Jerry. Don't expose your back. So we'll do that. If you see an enemy standing on the exit gate, more than likely they are a gatekeeper and they will not move. However, do bear in mind that if they have a spell or a ranged attack, they can still hit you. In this case, he's got fire level 1, so it probably only hits adjacents. A range of 2 and sub-adjacents, so just range of 2. I should be fine here, even if I wasn't. Jerry's resistant to fire, and Kyle's not weak to it at all. Ow. Oh. Rude. Now, how come you did... Wait. Okay, 53, because you have a shocking grasp. I actually don't know if Jerry can get that guy. I guess I can find out the hard way real quick. With a little bit of help from his master. Nope, too tanky. Okay, from these two, Lynn is a bigger threat. I'd rather not use my SP if I can help it. The odds of actually KOing Lynn, though, I feel like that's actually fairly low. Yeah. Oh, yeah, a counter. That's a thing. Also, that's a Trent. Or Treant. Rather. You do have a spell. You have Ice. And Jerry's weak to Ice. Shit. Move to reposition. Okay, end turn. Ugh! That's disgusting. Jerry might be okay. Really, what I was looking for was an excuse to do this, basically. I can get them both in one go. Who's got the higher attack? The guy in front of Jerry. So Jerry, you hit Clove. That should kill.
I'll finish this.
That should get both of them. Easy. Nice. As you can imagine, the remainder of the floors would be a lot like this, just with various strategies. So I'm probably going to go quiet and let the rest of those pass just in silence. Ergo, I'm going to cut them out, lest something substantial and or interesting happens. Which, considering that this is a randomized dungeon in essence, is completely possible. Now, quit it. Be back in a while!
I'll finish this.
Okay, break the color change. You'll break everything. Not the highest chain hit I've ever seen, but it'll do. So if you're watching this, this is what happens when you break every single geo symbol and clear every single geo panel using this chain reaction method. Yeah. Item World's kinda dope. I'll see you guys on the 10th floor. With all this new stuff I got, including a Mr. Kenzie's exit. Or I'll see you right freaking now. I think this guy actually leveled up a little bit. Yeah, just a bit. So basically, because I can actually do it now, if you see him, you see a resident that has a check on him, kill him. Not much more to say than that. And then you subdue the specialist. And because he's subdued, he now works for us, and he'll boost the item even further. Jerry's level 4! Huzzah! Bonus EXP is worth it. Other than that, specialists aren't special. I know sounds a little bit like some sort of weird oxymoron. But yeah. See you guys on the 10th floor.
Here goes.
Ooh. Liberty never dies! Holy shit! Liberty also fucking hurts! Alright, so I just demonstrated a small, I call it a glitch, but it's been present in all Disgaea games. That's called a diagonal throw. Basically what you do is you shift from, like, the vertical and horizontal, eventually you press A in between there, and you'll just throw diagonally. Obviously the range is very limited, because I was at max range, and I only threw in a range of 2. But, yeah, if anything's ever in a diagonal, you now know what to do in order to get to it. Okay. You may notice... Let me restart my timer. You may notice I'm not on the 10th floor. I think it was the second to last floor at that point. I had 2 enemies with 80 plus attack. So I just decided to get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, it was the second to last floor, because this is a level 8 item. And just to prove, yep, Stitch Issue 14, that's on there now. We now have a rare Swordbreaker. Pretty decent. Knight's Lance, Longbow, a big arrow. Holy shit, that big arrow's got some stats. I think that is officially a better bow than this big arrow. I can sell that big arrow then. I can sell that longbow, I can sell this longbow. does have stuff on it. That's technically the best axe I got. That's a rare staff. We keep those. That's a decent bulletproof vest. Right, we're just gonna quickly resituate some equipment. Now that no longer at risk of dying. Oh yeah, that's a muscle brawn. I don't like selling these because they're more or less unique. Get that out of here. The shitty part is I'm not allowed to buy more healing items, though I did pick up a healing item, which is a caterpillar egg. Which is Statistician 9, never mind. Those items, like a caterpillar egg, heal both HP and SP. They're rare items. You're not able to buy them at the store. You can only find them via bonus drops. So do keep that in mind. So I'm basically going to sell these 3 items. We're going to keep the Rock Fist. I'm especially going to keep it until I can at least transfer that thing off. And probably what I'm going to do... This is a thing I like to do. I like to pick one item from my inventory and use it as a sort of storage item. Generally, it's a rare item. So, you know, we'll be using the Sword Breaker because it has a pop cap of 10. So I can store a lot of characters in there. And then I just use that to fuse, like, statisticians and stuff on it. So that way I don't have all my stuff spread out. In fact, I'm probably going to do that first. Just to demonstrate how this works, we can now move a resident. We'll move the statistician to the Sword Breaker. His name is Exocet. Exocet is moved. And now he's here. We can also combine residents. Combine residents with the same job. It didn't do anything because nobody in that item had the same jobs. And I don't have anything that'd make for a good example right... Oh, here we go. Do this. And now the 2 hit residents became 1. It's more useful if you have the residents tamed already, but, like, if they're not subdued, well, there's no harm in doing it still. I still have to get an item to level 10, then equip it to Laharl, so I gotta keep working on that. But at least in this case, if I accidentally sell the Rock Fist, which I won't, it wouldn't be as big a deal, because I wouldn't lose Statistician. Anyway, let's get back to the grindstone real quick. Right! Welcome to the 10th floor. Now this 10th floor is special for a couple reasons. Firstly, the music's changed. Secondly, guaranteed every time you get to a 10th or a multiple of 10 floor, you will see that there is a Mr. Gensi's exit available. But also, there's one special enemy that looks like a normal enemy, talks like a normal enemy, acts like a normal enemy, so surely it's a normal enemy. It's not. This is Olga, and they're an item general. The item general is basically a souped-up version of a normal enemy. They have boosted HP, boosted SP, and I don't want to assume, but those stats don't look normal to me. Now, if I had a bigger team, I would 100% consider throwing my full weight into this. I'm gonna see how much trouble I can cause here, but as you can see, the exit's literally right here. And regardless if you beat this floor or not, by leaving an item, the item is leveled up to however many floors you basically passed. So, you know, I'm actually gonna have Kyle take out this martial artist because they have multiple counters. Jerry, be a deer and don't die. What's your movement range? Oh, it's +1 because you have slippers. Well, that's not fun. You defend, because Jerry took a beating on the last floor. Oh, what was I worried about the martial artist? And then again, martial artists don't have a lot of defense. Ow? Okay, then. Defending. Remember to do it often. I also seem to have neglected to remember that the item general does not like to move very much. They're much like many other bosses in that respect. Also keep in mind, other than me retreating once, I've managed to make it this far in the item world with 2 characters. One of them started at level 1 at the beginning of this adventure. He's no longer a small child. I don't have the SP for this. Let's fix that. That's a bit overkill, because that's more than a full heal. Is that the broker one? No. Gonna regret this. 1, 2... Okay. Let's show off that new ability we got. Wind Cutter. As you can see, it's got a range of 5, but you missed the first 2 in front of you. And it hits an area of 3. In a vertical line, of course. Just do this, and turn. That's a very useful for strategic positioning one, since you can have 2 allies in front of you and not run the risk of, you know, blowing them to hell. What do you got? Blue Mage with stuff, and an Archer with nothing. Okay. So then... Oh, I haven't been recording right now. I mean, it's... We're basically going to end the episode after this moment, but, you know... Alright, see what trouble you can get in against this guy. You're done. Oh, damn. Jerry's been pulling his weight, by the way. Where was I? Right, you can have, like, you know, like a melee guy, like a martial artist at the very front, and then behind them you can have, like, a spear person, and then behind them you can have the sword person using, you know, Wind Cutter, and just, like I said, there's a whole lot of damage and trouble you can get into doing that. Oh, I have... You're not... I hope you're not weak to ice, because shit, that hurt. Oh, you are weak to ice. Please stop doing that. So is Jerry. I'm in trouble because I ran out of healing items not too long ago. Oh, that wasn't a one-hit KO. Well, stay there, Kyle. Because even if Olga keeps throwing ice at you, you're kind of the only thing standing between Jerry and death. I'm literally going to see if Jerry's in range to just... Okay. Because if I can, I'd like to clear this floor so I can get another Mr. Gensi's exit. But I'd rather play it safe rather than sorry. So if that's not feasible right now, that's not feasible right now. This guy should also have Hell Pepper, so if I see poison, I'm getting out of here, because I don't have a status. I don't restore either. Provided that doesn't bullseye and do a shitload of damage. The one thing I don't want to lose is Kyle.
I'll finish this.
37. I mean, that was a good hit. Kyle might be able to win. How high is your ice spell? Level 1, and you're not wielding a staff, so it can only hit adjacent, sub-adjacent. Careful, all the same. Treat it like it's got a range of 4. We'll see. He still casts an ice. Didn't crit. Target height problem. Of course there's a target height problem. Right. See if Kyle can get it first.
I'll finish this.
Not quite. How much HP's he got? 8. Jerry's got 69 attack. Nice. Versus 71 defense. You're not able to get behind him. Okay. Stand there. Team attack! That should be victory. And we win! 590 hell, And a Mr. Kenzie's exit. Return to the Overlord's castle, please. Whew. Okay. So that's the item world. We now have a level 10 Rock Fist in our inventory. And a second Mr. Kenzie's exit. And now for HP-related stuff, or SP-related stuff, we only have a Garlic Water. God, this is how brutal only being able to visit the store once per in-game episode is. Now what we gotta do... Here, Laharl, just for now. Prince, I see you have a level 10 item equipped. I will now add De Niro Palace to the list of available areas. Once a gate is open, it will remain open. You no longer need to equip an item of level 10 or higher. De Niro Palace. Sounds rich to me. I can't wait to see what's there. Dude, we'll work hard for a paycheck! I hate that voice. Why do I do it? Right, like the nice lady said, get that off. It doesn't matter because it's pretty damn useless to me at the moment. Because guess what I'm gonna do? It may be level 10. Wait, hold on. It actually is the best fist weapon I have, so in case I get a monk. Under normal circumstances, I would be getting rid of it in a heartbeat, but in this instance, it's the strongest fist weapon I got. Right, regardless, that was a long-ass episode full of explanations and a little bit of thrills and chills. We're already treated. We now have a lot more money. See, this is why I was debating if I should go into the item world before I went shopping. I'm glad I went shopping, because I really did want that candy. If I didn't use that candy... Anyway. I'm done with that. If you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You know, a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And ring the bell down the doobly-doo below. With that said, remember, you're always welcome here at Mana's Potion. And I will see you next time. You are about to witness a far more satisfying chain combo hit. $2,102 chain hit. Hell yeah. Trouble is, too bad it's not Disgaea 2, because then that bonus gauge would fill, like, with the snap of my fingers. Look, I'd probably just tack this on to the end to extend some view time minutes. Also, just to give a little bit of bonus content, so... have fun with this.